And good morning. I don't know about y'all, but it's a little early for all this getting up business.
It's Monday. I better look up. Time's here.
Well, welcome back, Odie.
I am glad to be back.
Well, I hear you had to hitchhike back home.
I had to hitchhike. Golly. My truck kind of let me down a little bit, but, you know, it's not so bad. I say it's not so bad. I'll have to, no, I ain't giving you a picture. So, I called my stepson, said, hey, we need some help. So we limped the truck back to the house, and we got my mother-in-law's car. And my mother-in-law's car is about yay long.
And you can barely fit in it.
And we look like a grape because it's
Look like the clowns in a car.
Yes. And it was the funniest thing. Meep, meep. And here we go. But we went about our day. We met everybody at the beach, had a good time. And then yesterday morning, Hogan showed up with a trailer, and we put the truck on a trailer, and here we come back home. But yeah,
and those things do happen from time to time.
It does. And it's nice to have a place down there with some family down there, so you don't have to worry about what's going on, how you gonna get.
Because
back.
you can be stranded when you're out of town in places you don't know anyone. I feel for folks that happens to.
Oh, I do too. It's got to be terrible.
You know who else I feel sorry for?
Who's that?
This old boy in Jackson, Mississippi, that tried to park his car yesterday. Have you seen the picture of this?
No.
Let's just pull this up.
Let's see what we got.
Ridgeland, Mississippi.
Well, it don't go that way.
Now, Clay Edwards has a show in Jackson similar to what I do in the Meridian area, and he posted this. And this woman commenced to jumping on him about posting this. It was a medical emergency, and he should be ashamed for everything he done. Well, after the popo showed up and got to investigating, what's that? I smell.
Was that medical marijuana was used for the medical emergency?
It was alcohol. And lots of it. He was transported to a local hospital, yes, to have his blood tested. It was reported the car was swirling all over Jackson, and then woof, up in the air it went and landed on top of another car.
I wonder if them bushes
Let's look at that picture again there,
yeah. Between that curb and those bushes, man.
Now, Jackson, Mississippi, you can actually get the names of people who have wrecks and things, unlike here where I'll ask for, and it just never happens.
They just go ahead and tell you. It was Elroy right here.
Oh, Elroy got some issues in Jackson. That's some of the things that happened outside of town.
This coming up.
Yes, sir.
We got to give it where we got to give it.
Here we are. This is our first arrest over the weekend. And this would be a bank robber that was taken into custody in Meridian. As we pull this up, on Friday, we got this from the Meridian Police Department. And I'm going to pronounce this, Devon D. Earl, 30, was arrested. Now, again, let's point this out. This is for the Citizen National Bank robberies. We've had 5 banks robbed. He's being charged with a suspect in 2 of these.
So that's 3 more, but
it's a step in the right direction.
It really is, and I know that our officers have been out really working. This ain't gonna be the last one.
No siree,
guys. We've got some people coming into town and working with the officers that we've got, so we may see a stoppage.
Yeah. The more
for a little while, but let's keep it that way.
I constantly have gotten pictures over the last 2 weeks of, say, federal agencies in town with a bunch of handcuffs.
Oh, yeah.
That's been going on, and we've urged that from the beginning of help and help. Our officers do need all of that.
Yep. Well, in some of this, the feds will come in They'll look at all the evidence. They'll go assist with the arrest. They'll take these cases to court.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got them going to federal court, not just local, and getting the state involved and the feds involved, probably get a whole lot more done.
That's right. Let's hope it continues. Hey, wait a minute. Let's go to Clark County and wish a big happy birthday to Jay's taxidermy's wife, the woman behind it all. Cindy Belcher is having a birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. Did they give us an age?
I didn't get an age on this. Jay is remaining anonymously quiet over this situation.
He just wanted to say happy birthday.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Cindy.
Yeah.
We hope it's a big one there for you. And let's see, I heard that, was it Ricky Roberts who had a birthday over the weekend also?
Yeah, I think it was Saturday.
How many of them for him?
I have to go back and look. But happy birthday, Ricky.
Yeah. And if you've got a birthday, we'd love to hear from you this morning also. To pass along to everyone. Virgil tells us we need to say congratulations to Kemp Alderman. He was selected by the Florida Marlins, number 47 overall. Go Kemp. Now, does Kemp have a tie to Meridian?
It's got to be. So, Virgil, fill us in on that. Lauderdale County's had a bunch of people that's kind of gone to
the pros.
The pros, and they did their draft yesterday. I don't keep up with baseball. Was it like a one-day draft? I know football, they sit here and just drag it on.
They make a big thing out of it.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, went to Newton County Academy.
That's a big deal.
So from Decatur. So yes, he's local. He's part of us because we consider y'all part of us.
Yes, sir. That is fantastic.
That is great.
I'm glad for that.
Yeah, that was congratulations, and
Amy says Decatur as well. Yeah, so many of you bringing that up. Oh, we got another birthday there.
Maddie Parker's 3 years old. Now, they don't mind pushing 3 years old, but nobody wants to push anything over 30 for some reason.
She's 39 and holding.
Yeah,
holding everything she can.
You've been doing that for 17 years. I mean, I don't know. Don't go. I'd hate to be
Women
right.
try to even hold it closer to the 29 level.
Yeah, they don't even want to push it up. I'll just go ahead and tell you that I am no longer climbing a hill.
You're on the downside.
I'm trying to slow the roll down.
What's the old saying? There's more in my rearview mirror than's left in front of me, and that's where I'm at.
Exactly right.
And I know that. And when you come to accept that, life gets a lot better.
It does when you're just having fun. And we're sitting here and we're talking about don't let life pass you by. And I know everybody's read it. Our hearts, our prayers, and everything goes out to Summer Ray's family.
As we pull this up, and we do want prayers so everybody here as you'll see this. Summer, again, Keith's daughter, and also Bonnie White, her daughter, passed away this weekend from an accident that she was in Starkville. She was 23 years old. We cannot say condolences and heartfelt prayers enough for everyone involved in this. So many of you were pulling together, hoping that she would make it. Had the big prayer service in Collinsville this past week. And for whatever reason, God chose to take her home. And I know those words can't make this better. There really aren't any words, Odie, that you can make someone feel better during a time like this.
No, none at all. And I could not put myself in that. And I've known this dear family for a long, long time. We all went to school together. Just tremendous people. And just please continue to comfort this family in your prayers and God's hands on them.
And the outpour from the community has been overwhelming. And from all of us here, we say thank you for what you've done for them.
Yes.
I know that they would want to pass that along also. It's already 7:10 with Scotty Ray and Odie as this morning begins. We got a few more birthdays we'll do next. Make sure to get yours in as we get our day started.
I'm Nick Lisi, and I'm running for Justice Court Judge of District 1. Justice Court is the people's court, and I've been serving the people of Lauderdale County for 30 years. I grew up here, and now having 4 kids of my own, the future of our community matters to me. On August 8th, remember, vote Republican, vote Nick Lisi.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it!
Need a truck?
We can do it!
Need a van?
We can do it!
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it!
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it!
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
Welcome back.
Here we are. It is a Monday. We're kind of hesitating. We did get some coffee, and we are trying to feed our coffee habit. But you know how that is.
What is it?
It's Monday. We got some things I want people to go do.
What do they need to go do?
Don't get mad at me for bringing this up.
What is it?
You know, the Meridian Star is doing the Reader's Choice Awards, and you're on there twice.
Yes, and
I know you're humble and you don't want to go say, "Hey, vote for me." So I'll do that for you.
Well,
and y'all go vote Man of the Year and TV personality.
well, there was one more, but I don't feel like I ought to get that one because it was for Radio Station of the Year, and I'm not quite a radio station, but I appreciate the nomination on that. But it is very. Let me pull this up here. This was
Morning, Rick. Hey, baby
Rick doing
Duck's
there?
getting some coffee this morning.
on the Man of the Year up against Chris Reed. Oh, Chris. Let me hit this button here. Here's the nominations, and I think what they do is they vote, and then they will narrow this down to 3 people, and then put it back out for vote. Chris Reed, David Stevens, Richard Redmond, and then myself there. So, Man of the Year, vote for who you like.
So go vote for Scotty Ray.
Let's see. Personality of the Year, followed behind the other TV station in town. Let's just pull this up. We'll be fair about this and show everybody that's up for this. Here's the, let's see, everybody from the other TV station, Lindsay and all the above, and then I'm at the bottom on that one. So it's honored. It is a true honor to be listed for those things. And I do deeply say thank you. I don't even know how to word things like that. It feels so weird to.
I knew you wouldn't bring it up. That's why I had you pull it up there so you'd have it. You just didn't know my underlying reason behind all that stuff. But I figured if everybody was going to advertise to go vote for their people, then we'd mention it to y'all and say, hey, I need you to go vote for this character.
But and again, I appreciate y'all so much.
I mean, this guy works from 3:30 in the morning to 11 at night, and that's on a good time when he can finally get some sleep. And
Then I call Odie and bug him the rest of the time.
yeah, and that's every day. And with the 40,000 reporters sending stuff in to our headline network operator over here,
It's a lot goes on behind the scenes.
yeah,
It is a lot. And boy, we've got a busy weekend, Odie, as we talk about the things that have gone on.
I want to bring this up.
What you got?
Lost Gap Fire and Rescue. Chief Duck Marlboro over there. His wife Vicky passed away unexpectedly. I believe it was Friday morning, and that's tough. That hits the family, and the family is not just her husband and kids and that close-knit family. It's not just Lost Gap Fire Department. It's the entire fire department and fire service for Lauderdale County. So our deepest prayers goes out to you, Duck. Goes out to everyone at Lost Gap Fire and Rescue. And if y'all need something, let us know. When the arrangements are made, let us know on that. Just deepest prayers go out, and we're here for y'all. Y'all are our brothers. Y'all are our family, and she was our sister, and she was our family. So
Absolutely.
Just definitely prayers going out for y'all. Love you, Duck.
Happy birthday goes out to Jessica Smith. I understand 43 today.
Yeah, Jay Bird is getting her age thrown out whether she likes it or not. Carl said he didn't care.
We have another picture that we want to talk about. Recently, we have had 5 bank robberies, 3 convenience store robberies, and 2 robberies of tobacco stores in a string of 2 to 3 weeks. They have made a crack in the case of the convenience stores. A 16-year-old, Odie, 16 years old, armed with a gun. And if y'all remember the video that we showed, it was in the face of the folks that were there. And here we go. They have made an arrest. The Meridian Police Department has announced this. We got this weekend. As we look at this, we pull this picture up to look at this. Monte T. Dixon, 16, has been arrested and taken into custody. We made the announcement that there had been arrest, but we didn't know who it was, and they got that to us over the weekend. And glad this has been taken off the street to where another robbery won't happen. We will see what becomes of it in court. And again, you're a suspect until proven guilty by the judge and jury. We'll see what becomes of it, but an arrest has been made in that. That's a mighty young age to be doing something like that.
It really is, and then the rest of your life is gone.
It is.
And that's terrible. And what led you down that path, we don't know. I saw something the other day, and this is true on everything. You can have two brothers or two sisters, and they're raised in the same home with the same morals, with the same family, the same everything. And one could be a God-fearing person,
a preacher,
and the other one could be a hellraiser.
It could be.
You
Good
don't
way to put
really
it.
know. But the thing is, when you do stuff like this, no matter what age, and you're taught right from wrong, and at 16 you know right from wrong, and you've got to pay the consequences. And if you don't show that there are consequences, even at 16 years old, then other 16 years old think that they're going to get away with this.
Yeah.
And it's time where you've got to put your foot down.
Well, it goes back to like L.A. dropping the bail to where you just basically lock in, lock out, and you're gone. There's no bail to get out of jail. That's not good. That's where our country is going in the wrong direction of things like this, of changing laws to where stealing up to $1,000 is no longer really chargeable, which means stores can't stay in business losing $1,000 per person to shoplifters.
Well, why would a cop want to put his life at risk to bring someone to jail that has no consequences? They're going to let right back out as soon as sign here saying you'll come to court. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes right back out, and now he's upset at the cop for taking him in the first place. And now the cop's under more danger than what he was from doing his regular job.
I was thinking the same thing as you said that.
So why is the cop saying, you know what, I'm not going to continue to put my life on the line? Now, ours hadn't done that. The few that we have actually go out and do their job and do their work, and
they do.
We're behind them. But that's what's going on over in L.A.
Yeah.
Not Lower Alabama, the other L.A.
That's correct.
The bad L.A.
You listen to Jamie Johnson, you know all about Lower Alabama, L.A. There's a lot of people out, when I ran it, they go, why is he talking about Los Angeles? He's not.
It's Lower Alabama.
Scotty Ray and Odie, good morning to you. 7:19 as we begin this Monday of getting everything started. Just for you, we got some more arrests, tons of wrecks. There were so many wrecks last night near the split. It ain't even funny. I lost count. I couldn't keep up with it with my fingers.
Yeah, we knew it would happen.
It would. We'll be right back.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Hey everyone, this Friday we're having our Kubota Field event. Stop by, we're going to have the grill fired up. Grab a hamburger, a hot dog, or grab a great deal. If you purchase a tractor the day of this event, we're going to throw in a free canopy, a free quick hitch, or we'll knock 50% off a third function valve. We'll also have the chance to win a solo stove or a Kubota cooler. Swing by, grab some good food, good fellowship, and grab a great deal. Come see us.
Same old sound, and no one's answering. Vote for change. Vote Ben Shirley, District 81 representative, on August 8th. Ben will answer the phone. Ben will get answers in Jackson for District 81. Ben will create jobs and promote economic development for East Mississippi.
I'm Ben Shirley, and I'm asking for your vote in the August 8th Republican primary.
Vote Ben, District 81, August 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Yeah. Hey, y'all never know what we talk about while we sit.
We have a lot of fun.
We do.
I want to bring this up this week as we are less than a month now before the runoffs for the GOP, which is coming August the 8th. We want everybody in every county that's watching to show up and vote now. Important.
Yeah.
On Wednesday morning, as we will get our first taste of politics as we go this way, Chief Deputy Ward Calhoun will be in. He is also running for sheriff of Lauderdale County. He'll be here to tell you his thoughts, where he wants to go. The following Monday, I got that all secured last night. We will have Ricky Roberts joining us next Monday morning, a week from today, to tell his side of why you should vote for him. Now, we'll see what becomes. Join us on Wednesday of this week for Ward Calhoun, and then the following Monday for Ricky Roberts. I know we have some folks on both sides of the fence. Be here, and you can ask questions as we do this. We'll be live.
Yeah.
We'll
So bring this in. And then the big one on August 1st, downtown for candidates on the stump.
Yep, down at Dumont Plaza.
Plasma.
Hope you'll be there for that. I'm going to, is it Plaza or Plasma?
It's Plaza, but I keep calling it Plasma.
Man, you want to do some welding.
I
Plasma cutting.
guess. I don't know. I can't say Salmon right. Amy keeps hitting me.
There's
L
words.
in this.
There's
Okay.
words that I can't say, and you just say it fast.
Yeah. They know when I say she wants a salmon, they know what she wants.
And that's right.
If they want to sell it, they go get it.
But the important thing is voting, and we want you to do that. We've got a discussion coming up that we're going to get to here in just a little bit about downtown Meridian, as a matter of fact. We need to say congratulations to the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. They got somebody else behind bars as the chase happened the other day.
That's right. And they decided, well, look, we'll just go get us a sandwich and sit back. And this character will go right back to the house, and we'll just be right there waiting on him. And we'll go ahead and take him on in town.
That happened on late Friday. A car chase pursued. He ran up a pipeline and ran. Couldn't find him, and eventually they found out what house he was at, surrounded it, and took him into custody without incident. That's right. A good deal on that of someone else that shouldn't have been on the streets there doing things that they were doing, taken off of it. Boy, this next thing, Odie, I'm going to let you tell just how bad this could have been.
This, there's a lot of safety features that's in these pumps.
Let's pull this up where everybody can watch as you talk about this.
But you're talking a scary situation. It does not take much for something that close to a pump that if an explosion was to take place, those safety features could be null and void, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
So you can see it didn't take long for everybody to clear out, because every time you go by there's multiple cars at that store. So they turned around and said, oh, you know what, it's time for me to kind of leave and sit back. Clarkdale Fire Department, I don't know who else showed up, but I know it's in Clarkdale's district. I'm sure that Long Creek was involved, and they showed up and got that thing put out pretty quick.
I can't. Can you read what's on that truck there? I can't read that far.
I can't either. I think it says Clarkdale.
It may say it.
Chief Terry over there.
Y'all done a fantastic job of putting that out. Can y'all imagine if that gas station had caught on fire? Man, this was yesterday afternoon as the firefighters ran out. And this is the outpost, Highway 45 South, right there near the county line is the old outpost is what that was called. Mitcham Bottom Road by Clarkdale School.
Yeah, and we've heard not just this, but some other places. And there's been a wreck that people want to get upset because the fire department took 2 minutes longer than what they thought to get there.
Right.
And they want to complain about response time. They want to complain. Chief said it was Clarkdale only, so Clarkdale went there.
Fantastic job.
They want to complain about how many people are there to help put this out and why nobody else showed up. So here my question is to you. Why didn't you show up? Why didn't you join the department? Why didn't you come and help us? The ones who are complaining are the ones who won't come volunteer. The ones who want to sue over a response time are the ones that will not lift a finger. So here's the thing. We are 100% volunteer. These people still got to go earn a living. They still got to raise a family. They've still got to spend time with their wife. They've still got to go there every day deal.
What you got to remember now, like on a weekend, you're at your house, you're working on something, and you get a page, and you're right in the middle of something. You got to change clothes, and then drive, get a fire truck, and then that's where time happens. And again, it's not like the city where the guys are paid and they're there and can already on go. They jump and slide down the pole and they're there. These guys are doing their normal day things like you are, and it takes a little bit. And still
not everybody,
they're fast.
Not everybody's got to fight the fire.
I know.
We need somebody just to drive the truck. And it is still pretty quick. We do have one of the best response times. But like you said, we've got to jump up from what we were doing. At 3 o'clock in the morning, we've got to go put this fire out.
Stanley Lucky ain't had a meal in 10 years.
Look, you cannot count the amount of calls that man's made.
Woof, woof.
That's all he's ever done. Man,
hey,
we're always
a big salute to Bailey there. Y'all do a fantastic job
That's
there.
it. So instead of complaining, y'all go meet and join the department, because tonight is the third Monday.
Well, wait a minute.
And Sukalina meets tonight.
Are they not allowed to use a pole anymore?
No, they're not.
Did somebody? You're serious?
Somebody twisted an ankle. So the insurance says you can't do that no more.
You are kidding me. Mm-mm. A fire pole is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it taught some girls how. Okay, that's a different story. But the firemen,
they're making a living off of that.
Seriously, a fireman can't use a pole anymore? When did this happen, Odie?
It's been a little while back. Not too far. Well, since insurance companies started telling us what to do instead of us telling insurance companies what we want covered.
OSHA being involved.
Yeah, Austin says, and it was, but
I had no idea, people. I mean, I'm blindsided by this.
Oh, it's crazy.
No fire poles anymore.
Can't go around the fire pole. Got to go down the stairs.
What happens when people start tripping on stairs? Are we going to outlaw them?
Yeah, then we'll have to go to those air-up slides with the stewardess at the end.
It's in the elevator. It could get hung.
Oh, I tell you, there's some slow elevators with that music. All right, Terry says second Monday of every month, Clarkdale meets.
What do they do?
Third Monday of every month, Sukalina meets. Every Tuesday, Bailey meets.
So this is times that you can go sign up.
That's right.
Okay.
Show up and say, hey, I'm one of those that would like to be a part of it.
And again, as everybody's pointing out, you don't have to be a firefighter. There's so many different things that happens there that you could put in to help.
Just driving a truck. That's all.
Helping around the firehouse, getting everything organized, even down to that. If you're like, well, I can't drive, I don't feel comfortable anymore driving something that big. There's things at the firehouse that you can help them out with.
That's right. Causeyville meets tonight at the four-way stop.
Boy, let me tell you, there's a lot of firemen that watch this show.
Second Thursday for Clarkdale. Yeah.
Salute to every one of y'all. We'll be right back.
Thank y'all.
So much more to discuss. And again, we're going to go over this day in history, and then the big discussion about Meridian, Mississippi is coming up.
Y'all got to stay tuned for that.
We'll be right back.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Steel zero-turn mowers are here. Real Steel. Find yours.
I'm Devin Snowden, Republican candidate for District 1 Supervisor, Lauderdale County. I'm 6th generation Snowden to call this home. This is where I'm raising my family, where I work and serve the landowners of this area, and where we play. I want Lauderdale County to continue to call home. If elected, I'll do my best to make Lauderdale County its best. Please vote for me, Devin Snowden, on August 8th, and remember, I'm not just any candidate, I'm your neighbor.
Paid for by the campaign to elect Devin.
If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
And welcome back. Oh, I need to bring up firewomen also. Is that the proper way to say that?
Yes. Well, I tell you what.
Big thank you to y'all.
We've got some tough women now. But boy, everybody come up. So Collierville meets tonight. So the 3rd. Lost Gap meets the 1st and 3rd Monday. Beulah Hubbard meets the 1st Monday of every month.
Yeah, it's a lot of that out there. And we appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're man, woman,
yes,
or you identify as something else. If you do your job, we appreciate that.
That's right. We want everybody to be part of us.
Absolutely.
Even this guy. I love him to death over there.
Let's go back in history on this day. The name Fred, you pronounce that
Gwen?
Yeah, and you will probably remember him more from My Cousin Vinny than you do from me. Well, maybe you remember the Monsters.
Our age, you remember him from the Monsters.
But there you go. Anybody remember this guy? He was born in 1926 on this day. He's passed away since then, but he was the judge in My Cousin Vinny and also her.
Yeah, I tell you.
He was a great actor. Now, he was in a lot of other,
I love him. That's him and Grandpa.
Somebody said you need to mention the Lima meeting. Y'all do something also.
Lima meeting, 4th Monday of every month. 4th Monday of every quarter.
Who's going to remember that, Odie?
It's hard. We send out pages.
You better send out a text, because I couldn't.
Inside all of we've got all our other groups, our dive team, high angle rope rescue, search and rescue, all that. They meet more on a monthly basis. So
I ain't even got time to go home after hearing all this. I got to be in a meeting somewhere.
I know. I'm just busy.
Let's go back to 1941. Who doesn't remember? And this was the late 70s. This show was big.
Yes,
and I can almost hear the theme music in my head. Anybody remember watching Chips? I think he was like the captain.
He was the captain.
Robert Pine celebrates a birthday today.
That was one of my favorite shows.
Poncerello and John.
Yeah. Poncherello and I have the same birthday.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah, March 16th. That's how I always know when his birthday is.
And I'll say that the TV show was fantastic. And then they made the remake to it for the big screen, and I thought, boy, this is going to be good.
Oh, it was
sickening.
Oh, I was mad.
Mad. They took the character of Poncerello, how do you say it? Poncherello, and gave it an addiction that really didn't need to be discussed anywhere. That was horrible.
Well, it had to have been the same non-thinking people who did something with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
Because that was, too.
I agree.
Oh.
Uncle Jesse doing marijuana.
Kelso says, what's a ute?
One day you'll be old enough to know.
That's right.
1945, a guy named Ron Glass was born. You go, who? Well, maybe you watched Barney Miller back in the day and remember this guy. When that was, 75 to 82, it says there. Big show there.
Wow.
A lot of folks really enjoyed that. File cabinets and the whole 9 yards. Now, it wasn't a Kojak or anything. Anybody?
There wasn't no Kojak.
Anybody remember the song, I'm Just an Old Jukebox Junkie? Well, the guy that sang that has a birthday today. Ken Mellons, celebrating a birthday, born back in 1965. And I want you to look at this, Odie. You see how he looks here in the picture here?
Just a little different.
Yeah, but in reality, when you walk up to him, he came about right here on me. It's amazing what photography can do. It'll make you look bigger. What is it? Objects may appear larger than they are in life?
Yeah.
Like this is supposed to put on like 150 pounds on us, they say TV does. I really want to be skinny bad.
But it doesn't help.
But anyway, he had the song Jukebox Junkie. I'm rubber ducking in my tub. He's rubber ducking in my tub, whereas this guy takes his wife and he goes, you can have her. What we got? Anything big here?
Yeah, funeral services for Victoria Fane Marlboro will be Monday, July 10th, 11 a.m. at Bethesda Baptist Church. Visitation will be Monday from 10 a.m. till service time. McCain Hayes Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. So,
in case you need to go to that,
we'll put that on there. But man, definitely prayers go out to y'all.
Absolutely. 1967, a song was recorded and it started out. It was the 3rd of June. Another hot and dusty Delta day. Bobby Gentry recorded the song "Ode to Billy Joe," which went on to win 4 Grammys. She was quite the looker of the day, was she not?
Yes, she was.
1967. Now, I think she, after that, just kind of disappeared from the music scene.
Just there.
Willie's having a birthday today. Did I say Willie? Yep. His name is actually Jonathan Gilbert, which would be Melissa Gilbert's brother. He played Willie on the TV show Little House on the Prairie. Did you know
she had to call her mom, or he had to call her mama? Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's rough. But did you realize that Half Pint and him were actually brothers and sisters in real life?
Well, now, ain't that something?
It sure is. Maybe you learned a little bit today.
I did.
As we go back to Rascal Flatts, you want to talk about a voice? This guy has it. Gary LaVox.
He does have a voice now.
Praying for Daylight and a whole lot of other songs that they done there. Country music artists. 1970, an album was recorded for the Johnny Cash Show live from the Ryman Auditorium, and they told Johnny Cash, "You can't do that. You cannot use that word." And it was only the H word. They said, "You can't do it. Don't do it." Well, I'm Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And he did just that as he showed up on stage and recorded Sunday Morning Coming Down. It was used live from this television show. And so to say, the rest is history. Chris Christopherson was the guy that wrote it, and it would be the beginning of the career of making that guy. But if you've never heard Sunday Morning Coming Down, it really describes as somebody who wakes up, who's not at home, his life is in a mess, and he's trying to find his cleanest, dirty shirt, and he can hear the church bells in the distance, and it makes him realize where his life really is. It's something else. Y'all need to hear it. And I'm sure that was a true story. This girl's pretty. That's all I can't even pronounce her name.
And I like her accent.
Yeah, I can't say her name. Maybe
Sophia Vergara.
Right. Modern Family is where she is. She was even in a big movie not that long ago with another girl, a cop that arrested her. I don't know the name of it.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I don't watch that other movie.
Somebody went to jail today in 1979 for not paying taxes.
Ooh.
It would be none other than Chuck Berry. Johnny B. Good got sent to jail 4 months for not paying taxes on $200,000.
Wow. Well, they don't do that no more, do they?
I don't think they do. 1980, something bounced up into my undercarriage.
All right, so
Jessica Simpson has a birthday today.
I hated the way they messed up the movie, but I didn't mind the way they replaced Dixie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She's a pretty girl. We'll say that. All the cops were paying attention to her as people broke out of jail.
Yeah, they were.
That's usually how. This flopped. There's no other way to word it. We all watched Sanford and Son, and then after a little hiatus, they came back with a Sanford. And y'all remember the picture, but the show only lasted less than a year, if you'll remember this. Sanford and Son there.
You know, what's his name? What was his son's name?
Lamont.
Lamont. He went and gave his life to the Lord. I think that's awesome. And he became a preacher. And he didn't like the message that show was pushing out.
So that's why he didn't come back and be a cast member.
That's why he didn't come back.
And what they did on the show, if you'll look at this big burly white guy here, supposedly was working on the pipeline with Lamont. So Lamont sent him back home to take care of his daddy. That's how they fit him into the show.
Well, we know Fred liked that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fred's brother-in-law was white, and he liked to have fell out.
That's right. But the show was a flop. It just never took off. I don't know the music of this guy, but I know that he is humongous when it comes to the music industry. 2018, Drake surpassed the Beatles on the top 100 with 7 songs against their 5. Scorpion was it. So it's a big deal. He is a huge artist. I just don't know his music, but I respect anybody that can do this. That's, That's a big deal. 2019, this became the highest earning woman. Wait a minute, let me back up. Person in the entertainment industry. She made $185 million that year. Probably more than that now.
Oh, yeah. And some of her songs are good. Most of them are about her ex-boyfriends, and she's got her ways, but you've got to give her dibs. She has put in the work to earn the money, and so, hey, more power to you.
Someone asked, I was on scene on this, I said, what was going on Poplar Springs Drive yesterday with all the cops? Well, you ask and you shall receive. As we go there, we were live for this as the Meridian Police Department went to make a stop on this little red car. Well, the little red car waves at them. Oh, it's stolen. The guy acts like he's going to pull over, but what does he do? He pulls over and out he runs, boogie there, through the bushes, and he's still on the run. As we take a look at this, here's a picture of the door there where he jumped out. And again, this is by Home Instead there at Poplar Springs as you're coming into North Hills.
That's right. It looks like it's right across the street from the Riley Foundation.
Yep, sure is. Right there.
That car is about twice as big as that one I was driving Saturday.
But that's what that was about. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and give another kudo. This was one of 2 that were recovered yesterday. The Meridian Police Department got another stolen truck. They found it on 38th Avenue and Royal Road. We've had police department to salute to all of our officers for doing what they do. And a keen eye to an officer realizing, hey, that car is stolen. Let me pull them over.
Yeah, let's look at that.
And I'm going to say the person that borrowed that car was a juvenile also. That is the way it is described. They're looking for him. He was spotted again throughout town yesterday, and eventually he will end up arrested for this. They know who it is.
That's good.
So there we go. More coming up in just a moment as we'll tell you about some other doings around downtown Meridian. Made quite a stir.
First and third Monday at Martin Fire Department. So that's tonight. Y'all go there.
Hello, I am Justin J.J. Anders, and I'm running for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. Many of you may know me from the UPS store, which I owned and operated for over 13 years. I'm a family man and a businessman. The Board of Supervisors is the business board of Lauderdale County. I have the business background and experience needed to be a valued member of this board. I am financially conservative and believe we should live within our means. I am Justin J.J. Anders, and I'm asking for your vote for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor.
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigerator. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. Hey, the former co-host that was here 2 weeks before you that ran off that never returned sent us a text and said, I look mighty white compared to you since you've been in the sun. She's telling me I need to get in the sun. Debbie.
We need to get you some of that spray on.
I do need a can of that. I need to button my collar too. That looks unprofessional.
I tell you what, I am red after this past week.
I don't want to see.
You know,
whatever you do, don't show me.
You got a little old burnt. I did find out some more stuff this weekend. Anthony Chancellor was out there with us with his wife, and his wife was telling on him. And we found out that he might be one of the best lawmen out there, but he's not a real good handyman.
He can't fix nothing?
She has to do all the work around the house. So, Mallory, salute to you for having to do all the work while he keeps us
He's
safe.
scared of Haints. We both know that.
Yeah, now we know.
Now, I posted this yesterday afternoon, and I urge each and every one of you to go to our Facebook page and read this article. This was submitted by a business owner and Dr. Virginia Carney Nelson as we pull this up, and she goes over what goes on in downtown Meridian. And I'll read you a little bit of this letter. It's long and it says a lot, and that's why I want you to read it for yourself line by line to understand this. As daily, we post about what happens in Meridian, and she does suggest in here of following our page if you want to know the real news of what happens in the Meridian area. Follow us. Be on top of all of this. And this letter addresses the problem that is going on in Meridian that so many people don't seem to know about. I've been jumped on before for pointing out, okay, there are vagrants here, they're panhandling here, they're overtaking the city. As we go to this letter, as you get deeper into this, and I just use these pictures of examples of Meridian, each and every day the panhandling is getting worse and worse. As she deals this as a store owner, the people, the homeless, camping out in front of the stores, in the middle of business hours, busting in, harassing customers. And let me go a step forward as we compare Meridian to places like Los Angeles, San Francisco, to where people are using the bathroom on the streets of downtown Meridian. And I'm not talking 10-100, I'm talking 10-200 on streets and sidewalks in front of businesses. That is happening. We need to handle this appropriately, and this is what she is going to. There's so many people that don't realize the problem that we have.
Well, this is a business owner that has multiple businesses. So she's probably paying an excess amount of taxes.
Not to mention the investment, Odie, that is put in on this.
Yes.
I was contacted by a city council person yesterday, and I'm not going to go into who it was, but went on to say, well, the mayor does not have social media. And I said, well, hang on a second. The President of the United States, every form of government now uses social media. They were saying that she needed to go address and talk to the mayor instead of complaining on social media. The world is changing. It is no longer that you sit down and you watch a TV station, the only way to get your news. What we are doing, we're live 24/7, 7 days a week here on our platforms to where you can get it. We're here in the mornings, but we're all day live. If you're not following us, I highly suggest doing this. And the accusations that went on to this blew me away. As this council person told me that they only made $20,000 a year and didn't have time for this. They had a family life and didn't have time for concerns like this. And my advice to you and anybody else that's a council person that thinks they only make $20,000 a year doing this, you don't do it for the money, you do it for the city. And if you feel that way, you should resign immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. I think you should do this so we can have a special election to replace you. I listened to you and you said that to me. You only make $20,000 a year and it's not worth you. And you didn't even take the time to read Dr. Carney's message. Someone called you and told you about it. We have problems in Meridian, Mississippi, just like any other town. But we cannot turn our back on our problems like other towns. We must face them and fix them. That is where we are different. Our community is vigilant on fixing our problems, and we need to do it. We know we have a problem. I urge each and every one of you that think we've got problems here to go vote August the 8th and then again in November. This is how we fix these problems. Again, Dr. Carney and every other business owner in Meridian, Mississippi has put thousands upon thousands of dollars into this to make their livelihood. As she goes on to mention here, the bakery at 900 will be teaching classes to kids, and these vagrants come in, wanting water, won't leave. Scary. There are people that can't hire people anymore because they're scared for their safety. And from our leadership, we get, well, cameras replace cops. We don't need that many cops. We've got cameras now. That is not the way it works. You have to have law in the area to deter crime. You've heard Chris Reed talk about it. You've heard every other law enforcement agency. Anybody that's any good at law enforcement will tell you that. Now, the current administration doesn't talk. We know that. It's mum. We have had 8 robberies and not one press conference to update us on what they're doing. That is not saying our officers are not doing their job. It is the utmost level from on downward from our administration. It bothers me. But again, if you feel that you're not making enough and this is too much on your part of being a council person, please resign. Do so today. Did I say enough?
Well, I mean, when you beg and plead for somebody to give you a job and then you decide that, hey, you don't want to do it, maybe it is time to go home. Maybe if you can't go to work a couple days a month, maybe it is time to go home.
I think so. That's my thoughts on that. We had an apartment hit with gunfire also, Odie, as we kind of changed gears of what's going on. This will be over at Eastern Gardens. Gunfire broke out. An apartment door was hit with bullets. No one was injured. I thought I'd tell you about that. And also, before we go to commercials, we did have a robbery this weekend. But let me point out about this robbery. I reported this because it was reported to the police. This would happen in Davis Court, but there's more to this story than meets the eye. As we see here, this was the 3700 block of Valley Street. The exact same address has had 3 robberies supposedly since July the 4th. The exact same location.
That's
something more to that story than we know. But I reported it because it was turned into police that way.
Yeah. So Mike says, why do business owners that don't live in the city not have the right to go to meetings? I believe you do have a right to go to the meetings, and you can voice your opinion. You don't have voting power on the city if you live in the county. Like Dr. Nelson, it doesn't matter how many businesses you own. You living in the county does not give you a single vote in the city. But you do have all the right in the world to go to a city meeting.
And do that.
Yeah.
Speak, be heard, and that's where we are. We got more coming up.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Hi there, I'm Chris Bullock, a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. I'm out going door to door, getting my message out directly to voters. I want Lauderdale County to be the best place in Mississippi to live, work, and raise your family. I'm the most qualified candidate. I ask for your prayers, and on August 8th, I humbly ask for your vote.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Dr. John Line and Dr. Jennifer Dooley have expanded their services when Dr. Cook retired last year. Advanced Vision Center is located on the 5th floor of Anderson's Medical Tower. Now, they bring experience in the most advanced technology to the Meridian area. Whether it's your first visit or you've been putting off that exam, and all of your text messages are blurry now. Advanced Vision Center knows how important your eyes are to you. After all, they are your windows to the world. Call today for an appointment. 601-553-2100. Heard there was an emergency over at Chet's last week.
Uh-oh, what was that?
They ran out of coffee and had to send folks on down to the Dollar General to find some. See them at Chet's today. It's been a lot of incidents this weekend, and a lot of cars were taken to Chet to be fixed. Why? Well, Chet does it right. You'll find him there in Center Hill, right there in the curve. You've seen these pictures before. We've got a lot more coming of what they do every day. They're busy. They send us pictures when they can, but they take care of what you need to be done. Putting your car back to the way it was before it was wrecked. A lot of times it looks better than it did before it come in. Whether you're sitting at a red light, get rear-ended, or maybe you bump into something yourself. It can happen, can't it, Odie?
That's right. It doesn't take much, but they can put it back to the way it was when you got it off the showroom floor or the neighbor's sidewalk, wherever you bought it from.
Right.
They can make it look just like it was that day.
737-2961. Visit Chet and his friendly staff. Speaking of incidents, I got to ride up to Lauderdale. Let's see, Friday afternoon. Let's look at this. The Mississippi Highway Patrol was out and about. You said, well, what's going on here? It's hit pretty good. That's Lauderdale, the volunteer fire department on the scene. But as we get a little closer and dig down in the bushes, look at this. That truck slid around, hit a tree, and then flung back around. Believe it or not, no injuries.
Wow.
A miracle.
Hit it from the back, and then it flipped it all the way back around frontwards into the woods.
Yeah. And
man,
she was fortunate. She was not hurt a bit, Odie. So glad to see her. Yes. Now, maybe not the case on 14th Street Friday as I was riding around the road there, and I said, what's this? And I talked to Greg. He said, my daughter's looking at you. And I said, woo. As we see, the Meridian Fire Department showed up here. This would be at 10th Street near Total Pain is where this was. Two-vehicle accident there as we see some heavy damage there as the firemen and Metro showed up on the scene. These happen all over town all the time. I don't think it was any major injuries, but think about these folks. They're probably kind of sore this morning regardless. We think about them there.
Yeah, man. It's tough when you take a hit like that.
All right. I think our time is up, Odie.
Is it that time already? Golly, it sure is.
Yeah, we're actually over.
We're actually over. We'll see y'all in 23 hours. We love you. Have a good day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: